So, you want to draw a horse. You grab your pencils and a piece of paper and you think, damn, I don't know where to start. But don't worry, you've come to the right place because today I'll give you some beginner's tips on drawing a horse. Let's get to it. So before you begin with your fancy-mancy shading, think, is my sketch in proportion and as accurate to the reference image as possible? If not, I would recommend using the grid method, and for more information on this, check out my other video in the description. After this video, of course. Now you have a perfect sketch, let's talk shading. I personally like to outline where the dark areas are and gradiate the colours from there. Here I'm using darker browns and blending them with orange hues to get the shiny finish I am after. With the mane and forelock, we need to establish the different clumps of hair and use longer pencil strokes. As well as this, we need very light and very dark flyaway hairs to give the structure a more natural look. As I continue through the piece, I'll look back at what I've already done, and most of the time, looking at it with fresh eyes is the best way to spot mistakes and get the best results possible. The leatherwork is definitely what ties the piece together and is relatively simple to do on this scale. You'll need a black pencil to outline the shadows and edges, ensuring to keep the width of the leather as consistent as possible. Using a blue alongside grey to gradiate to a harsh highlight will help give the tack that aesthetic shine. I think that the biggest setback to new artists is being fearful to really darken and saturate colours where it is needed. This leads to the piece looking quite washed out and lacking that wow factor. So just remember, contrast is the latest member to your vast amount of friends. I also hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you'll not just wake up one day and be able to Da Vinci all over the paper. You'll need to practice, and yes, you'll create some questionable things, but in the end, it'll be worth the effort. It is also really important to include all the muscle structures. The eye really deserves a video of its own, but a general pointer is having a dark outline with a dark pupil. We then have colour gradiating from both shaded areas to form a light ring midway between them. And don't forget the harsh highlight. At this stage, you may be thinking, I can get away with rushing this. Well, you can't, because doing this will ruin all that hard work you put in earlier, and you'll have forever lasting regret at the sin you have just committed. Here I'm just going back over the facial areas, smoothing out the colour gradients, increasing colour vibrancy, and ramping up the contrast. And that's it. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more creative content.